Hi and welcome to Alive and Cooking, brought to you today from Arnold's Fruit Market in the gorgeous little border town of Wodonga. I'm looking to source some local produce and cook up a storm. Stick around, it's going to be tasty. Arnold's Fruit Market is a household name in and around the Albury-Wodonga region, supplying the locals with some of the freshest produce available. With 2 large retail stores and a sizable wholesale division, it's amazing to think it all started back in 1892 with one man, J.G. Arnold, using a single wheelbarrow to deliver fruit and veg to a few customers. 5 generations later, following in his great-great-grandfather's footsteps, Ben Arnold is proudly taking his role in the family business. Good morning, sir.
James, how are you? Pleased to meet you.
Very well, thank you, Ben. Yourself?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Welcome to Arnold's.
You can smell just a mixture of every fruit and veg known to man, I reckon, in here. It's a beautiful place.
Fantastic. Would you like to have a look at anything?
I would love to. I love this century of service. Like, literally, your family's done 100 years here, haven't they?
125 years.
125. That is amazing.
So all this is fresh from Melbourne today.
Yep.
I've got something in particular that I really want to show you.
Anytime the fruit and veg guy says that, I'm always piqued my interest. It's parsnips.
Parsnips. I'm sure you know what to do with them, but that is a full ton of parsnips.
Wow. They're beautiful, little, sweet. They would be, I reckon, as good as they get, parsnips.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah. And so all of this in here, whoa, this is all around.
Strawberries.
Yeah. That's probably what I could smell so much before.
Yeah.
Oh, now, I heard a little whisper about some strange magical machine that you may have somewhere.
Are you interested in peeling a pumpkin with me, James?
I've peeled 1,000,000 pumpkins, mate. What's different?
You've never peeled one like me. It takes me 10 seconds. Let's go and have a look.
10 seconds, I don't
All right, James, are you ready?
I don't think so, but let's go. I think I can see what's going to happen.
It's pretty simple. Blade.
I love it. Oh, my goodness.
There you are.
That is the best machine I have ever seen. I've got to have a go on this.
Next.
So, firm grasp, pumpkin, nice and straight. You are very sharp, mate. Well done. And I think... Can I have this one to cook something with?
I reckon we could give that to you.
I've never had a whole one of those before, and I reckon it's going to be delicious. Ben, that was amazing.
Well done.
I love it.
I'm alive and cooking. I'm alive and cooking.
I'm here with Louise Arnold at the hub of the fruit and veg store. Mate, can we do some shopping?
Absolutely. I love shopping. Come with me.
Can you tell me a little bit? Actually, can you tell me everything about what goes on here? Because I love the vibe.
So do I. We love shopping at Arnold's, and I think our customers do as well. We've been here 125 years.
I love it. I love it. And the whole generational thing, it's totally kept in the family, isn't it?
It is. I'm 4th generation with my brother Roger, and his children are 5th generation, so it's pretty special.
Walking around a store like this, you can almost shop with your eyes closed. You can see the quality of everything.
The colour's great, isn't it?
It's bursting, it's shiny, it's vibrant.
What do you like the look of? What do you like?
I like everything, but what I want to focus on is the local stuff.
We've come to the right place, and this is why we love Arnold's as well. I've got some great local apples from Stanley. You might like that today. Maybe you could do a nice dish with apples.
Ben showed me some parsnips, which I'm absolutely going to use because season's just about over. We're not going to see him again for another 12 months.
I can't wait.
I'm loving it. So apples is definitely a start. And I don't know, are there any local tomatoes? I've got to do something with that pumpkin as well.
You did so well. I was so proud of you. I couldn't even do that.
I love that machine. That machine is amazing. So let's have a look at your apples.
Okay, great.
But you've been doing this here for 125 years.
Yes.
You're part of building Albury and Wodonga.
We are. We started the business in Albury, my great-grandfather, in 1892. So he started with the horse and cart and pumpkins, potatoes and onions.
And that was hard yakka.
It was hard yakka, absolutely. Luckily, he had 10 children. 2 boys and 8 girls. And that was the basis of the family and built the family, and the success of the business has been family, which is really important to us.
Yeah,
and, you know, people know the Arnold name. We're trustworthy. We've got a great reputation.
Yeah.
We're here to serve the people of Albury and Wodonga.
Yep,
So.
yep. And your store feels really nice. You come in and you feel welcome, and then you see the produce and it's just too easy. So.
And I know you like that truck that we've got hoisted above the cool rooms.
I wish I could
That's
drive
our
that.
1929 Chev truck that was our delivery truck.
You can tell it's an original.
It's good,
That's
isn't
pretty
it?
much a one-off.
Yes,
You
yes.
wouldn't see that anywhere else in the world.
So how did that taste?
This is magnificent. I think we can need a few more little bits and bobs.
So have you got a recipe in mind?
I'm getting there. Oh, I want some of those little parsnips.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
are they?
Okay,
If I
so
find
they're
some of
this
them.
way.
So, Louise, Arnold's being such a huge part of the community for so long, you've got to evolve the business, don't you?
Indeed. I think that's why we've been so successful for 125 years. Actually, 14 years ago, we started Arnold's Online, which is a home delivery.
14?
14 years ago, a home delivery.
Was there internet 14
Yes,
years ago?
it was. A lot of people wonder that. It's a great service that we provide for the local region. We do free delivery, so you get your order in before 10 a.m. for
Free
local
delivery?
Yeah,
That's
local
all right.
delivery. And it's a service that's great for time-poor people, you know, busy parents, that sort of thing, that still want that beautiful Arnold's quality, but they just don't have time to come in store.
Convenience has become one of the biggest watchwords for any shopping, I reckon. Quality has often been the issue. But just walking around here and seeing what you've got here, seeing the behind the scenes, I would have no qualms in tapping into bits and getting your stuff delivered, because I know it's just going to be magnificent, I can tell.
We've got boxes that we make to order as well. So we've got salad boxes, soup boxes, that sort of thing.
Basket's getting full, mate.
So you're happy?
Yeah.
Okay, one last ingredient. I know you like a little bit of extra virgin. Local olive oil. Fantastic. Can't wait to see what you cook.
I did spice some mushrooms, I did spice some ginger, I spiced some garlic, so can I run around a bit more?
You name it, it's yours.
So I know you're a busy girl, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Louise.
I'm alive and cooking. I'm alive and cooking.
On a day like today, being produce-driven is the only way to go. So I'm going to do an amazing little pumpkin stir-fry. This is a vegetarian dish. Obviously, I'm not going to use the whole pumpkin here, so I'm just going to take off one cheek and just trim this little baby up. I want to get this down into kind of almost like chip-sized pieces. These are my size chips anyway. Pumpkin chips are just about done. Our next vegetable that's going to go in there is going to be some mushroom. What luxury to have mushrooms grown virtually on your doorstep. You know they're going to be super fresh. Keep an eye on your pumpkin, a little bit of colour, still just soft in the middle, remember. Yum. You're going to need some garlic and some ginger. The garlic, I'm just going to chop in half. Obviously, you can't roast garlic in a fry pan, but if you just slide this half of the garlic into the hot extra virgin and just let it sit there, you get sort of a pseudo roast garlic. We'll do that once the pumpkin comes out, and the ginger. You don't always need to fully peel your ginger. I've just taken off a few little gnarly bits, which happens when you pick ginger. It gets aerated and it tends to oxidise just a tiny little bit, but the rest of the skin I'm going to keep on there. It's super good for you. This, I want to shred down really, really fine. I want a nice little julienne. Right, that pumpkin is done just enough. Just need to remove it from the pan, keep as much of the oil as you can, because we're just going to keep building the flavour. Now, the batches I'm doing this in, it's obviously just going to be the portion size. So the mushrooms can go next. Mushrooms are greedy little so-and-sos when it comes to oil. So you need another good glug. Straight in with your whole ones and your sliced ones. They'll lift colour at the same time while you keep slicing away with your ginger. When I'm using ginger in a dish, I like to see it. I like to get a bit of it between my teeth. That will go in with the garlic. I need to chop some chilies. I'm going to put a couple of these in quite chunky in the stir fry. Oh, these are juicy chilies. I just got some chili juice spatter on my lip. Oh, they're nice and warm. They set fire to things, they're so hot. Crazy. Look at the colour. See that green colour we're getting off that? That's from the extra virgin olive oil. I love it. I'm actually going to start toasting my garlic in there as well while that's occurring. And we'll probably start some preparation on our greens. Local asparagus. This stuff is grown in Victoria this time of year. That's all you need to do. Slice a few bits off the bottom. I'm not going to pre-boil this stuff. You don't need to when you're stir frying. Just heat them through. Perfect on the barbecue any time of year. The broccolini, I'm just going to take the very, very bottom of the stalks off. I'm not even going to peel the rest of the stalks. Garlic is done. Mushrooms can come out. Next thing we're going to go in with is the ginger and the chili. Ginger, chili, right together. Once you start to get that aromatic vibe going on, won't take very long. Just slice up my springies, nice and chunky. Just about done. Here we go with our broccoli, snow peas and asparagus. I will drop in a tiny, tiny little bit of salt at this stage. Just a pinch. Just coat this with the hot oil. We're just about ready to go now. So, this is what we've been working with. I know it doesn't look much at the moment. The spring onion, just the little white bits can go in with the greens now. The garlic, this is the time when you just want to pop it out of its skin. So 3 or 4 of these, we want that beautiful nuttiness going through this whole dish. So I'll just slice that a tiny, tiny bit, and there's nothing better. Oh, from the aroma of the roasted garlic. Just a little bit of colour on your greens. Back in with your pumpkin, ginger, mushroom and chilli mixture. And any jus that may happen to be there. Some of those greens will go on top. Now we need to get a little bit of sauce occurring. So, tiny, tiny splash of water. A good hit of regular soy sauce. And then another good hit of ketchup manis, which is the sweet soy sauce, you know, the thick one. I love this one the best. Sprinkle in half your bean sprouts, half your coriander. We want to finely shred a little bit more of the spring onions. And that is us done. The colours on this are sensational. Get the cooked ones in the middle. See, I told you there'd be all sorts of commotion once they smell the stir fry coming out. And then top it off with a little bit more of the aromats. 10-second pumpkin stir fry. 10 seconds to peel it, that is.
I am alive and cooking. I am alive and cooking.
Like I said, the parsnips are amazing. This is just about the end of the season, so you're not going to see them again, so please utilise them. One of my favourite things to do with, in fact, two of my favourite things to do with parsnips is parsnip chips and parsnip mash. So, I'm going to do both of them, why not? The parsnip mash I'm going to combine with some more of my pumpkin, because I've got plenty of it, and also some of the apples as well, the local Stanley Pink Lady apples. So, slice your parsnips down to about there. Make sure it's got a nice sturdy base and just get it as thin as you can. You can use a mandolin if you like. We're going to start frying these off in batches, get them super golden brown. When they look about like that, into your bowl and just keep frying in batches. I'm going to start chopping some more of my parsnips for my kind of smash or mash that we're going to do. You can just randomly chop these. It doesn't need to be the same size or any particular size. I want these to cook really quickly when we start frying them. Ready for my apples, just about. When you're doing these, I'm going to keep the core in. It just holds them together nicely. Now, because these are quite moist, they probably are going to spit and crackle and make slight fools of themselves when they go in the fry pan. So be careful when you do it. You can, of course, bake your apple chips. So just be a little bit careful when it comes to the apple. Oh, these aren't doing too bad, actually. Probably because they're local. Now we need the cheek off of some apples, the rest of this stuff now, so our parsnip, our apple and our pumpkin. This is all going to become our smash. You can see that just roughly chopping these apples again. Probably don't need too many of the seeds. Right, we need some nicely cubed pumpkin. Not even going to use all of this one again, so. Take the oil off. Get another pan on. This time, we need a good glug of the extra veg. You don't need this to be super hot before you put your pumpkin and your parsnip in. Chop your Spanish onion about the same size. I'm only going to use half of it here. Beautiful. Somebody wants to come in. So your pumpkin and your parsnip and your onion all together. Got to get a little bit of salt on my apple chips. And onto the pork. Chop the pork fillet to about yay big. Turn it over on its end and just lean on it. That's all you need to do. And then to spice up this pork, I've got this mixture of roasted garlic and chilli. The apple can go in now, and we'll add a splash of water. And right at the end, when this is cooked down nicely, I'm going to slide in a little bit of butter. Just let this one stew down. That little bit of colour is just crisped up around the outside. You know it's softened beautifully. I want to add a little bit of butter. Don't go crazy. Let that melt down through. As soon as that butter's melted, you can just go in with a spoon and start smashing it. Don't smash it completely. You want to have a few chunks of everything in there. Now this pork, get your oil super hot. Don't overload your pan. It will cool the oil down far too much. Lay down your smashed parsnip, pumpkin, and apple. Serve them on top of your mash with your chips on top of that.
Looks fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to Arnold's today.
Thank
Do
you.
I get to try?
You do indeed.
Okay.
Let's get...
Do you get to feed me too?
Yeah, if you like.
Love it.
We've got a bit of this, a bit of that. I think
Don't
you've
tell
got
my
to-
husband.
I won't tell my
Right.
wife either. So. I'm gonna try that.
Well, it's amazing.
Try one.
I've got to try an apple.
Crispy edges.
Locally grown apples in Stanley, down the road from Arnold's. What could be better?
What could be better is getting down to Arnold's and trying out all of this yourself. I do hope you've enjoyed today's show. Have a lovely day, and we will see you next time.